But at the end of the day, what are these companies going to produce that is actually going to be decentralized is the question. Carry on. Nothing to see here. Let's move on.
Non-crypto native firms as well. And I think what you're seeing is there is some short-term pressure because of price, but over the long term, most people in the industry, both the entrepreneurs and the incumbent companies, they're very long-term bullish and they continue to invest in the space.
But Pomp, 18 months, that included what was still a bull market in crypto. And now we're in a very different environment. So to what extent are those jobs really drying up? And are the jobs that are out there changing to enter a new environment?
It's a great question.
Oh, it's a new environment.
If you think about that,
used to be bull, but not anymore.
People that we've helped get a job, 400 of them or so was last year. So in some way, actually, we've seen it pick up. And what you're seeing is there's still a lot of venture capital that's being invested in the space. There's a lot of companies that now are hitting kind of scaling. They were started over the last 2 years. Now they've kind of found product market fit and they begin to actually hire and kind of step on the gas. And then the other thing that you have to remember as well is that there's just so many companies that are...
Okay, hold it right there. So right now he's talking about the companies that have started in the last couple of years who are just starting to get their product fit and now they're starting to hire. That's interesting. So I get it. Like I understand in the last couple of years there's been a couple of new entries into the marketplace and they're starting to get into crypto and they're talking about their product fit. I know the space pretty well. I see a lot of the projects that are out there. There's a lot of companies that see the money that's in blockchain, some of it just stupid money, just throwing it at stuff that hoping it'll stick sort of thing. The new products that he's talking about, I think there are some decent ones that are out there. But at the end of the day, what are these companies going to produce that is actually going to be decentralized is the question, right? They can be products which are aligned with what's going on with our current financial system, which uses the current systems with the way governments work, the way that financial systems work. And then there's a blockchain on top. And what kind of product is that going to be? And what kind of value is that going to deliver aside from like being able to do financial transactions in a different way than the way they were before? Like what does it do, right? Because he's talking about the economic sector. Again, this is very specific. I'm not too excited about what might have come about in the last couple of years, only because the people who have entered into the space recently, I don't think they really get it. I think that they're here for the price go up. And now they're just like, okay, this is the place to go where price goes up. So we're going to build our products here so price go up. I get it. This is sort of what has to happen now, I guess, so that they could see products that still connect to the old systems and are going to probably fail faster than traditional products of the past. Every product has its own life cycle. It'll start at a certain point and there's like the S curve and then it peters out. And most products will only last 5 years, like at best, and then they die. And I think that we need to be looking at more sustainable ways of creating systems that are going to serve people in a manner that they can continue to use. Just some thoughts on that. It's interesting to note that he thinks that the companies that have come in the last few years are just getting product fit now, and now they're going to start hiring. Yes, that's fine, but I question what is they're going to really build that's going to be of value after 5 years. So if price don't go up, I think that they're all going to disappear because that's what's happened every single cycle for the last several years that I've been involved in the space.